Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you all here to this lovely, lovely call this evening, because you can be anywhere else in the world, but you're right here getting this information from me, of course. So I want to thank you first off for taking the time out to be here, and I want to go ahead and get it started. So I want to tell you a little bit about me, because some people might not know who I am. Someone might have invited you here and you're like, okay, you know, what really the reason why I'm here? So for those you don't know, my name is Makisha. I'm an Army vet. I love archery, breast cancer survivor, and the best auntie in the world. Make sure you check around on that. It's the best auntie in the world. So I came across this Forex opportunity almost 4 years ago. And when I first started, my first 3 years, I was learning from YouTube. Right? And I wasn't getting exactly what it is. So I'm going to share my screen here. Exactly. So I'm going to share my screen here. You all just type in a 111 if you can see my screen. Good, good, good. All right. So when I came across this opportunity, I had to figure it out. What was it that I want to become? Because at the time when I had cancer, I was going through treatments and I was actually on active duty orders. But when I'm on active duty orders, for you don't know, I was getting some good money, right? Versus the reserve, I was getting some really good money. So when I was told I was diagnosed, I had to figure out certain things, right? I had to figure out what was it that I was going to do for money. I wasn't focused on my health, which I should have been, right? I was immediately focused on what am I going to do for money? And that's a lot of the challenges that we face today is we need more money, we need more time. Those are the two main things that people are normally lacking: more money, more time. So I'm glad that you're here tonight. So when I had to figure out, okay, what was it that I'm going to do for money? Because I'm the breadwinner in my family. Everyone comes to me for advice. Everyone comes to me when they need something. So them telling me that now I wasn't going to be making that same money, now it's going to be now back in the civilian world, I had to figure out what it is that I was going to do. So the problem I came into, which a lot of you today, is not having total control over your life. So I want you to type in the chat, what is something that you would do if you just had total control? You don't have to worry about no money, no time, none of that. What is something that you would do if you had just complete control over your life? Just type it in the chat. Let me see some ideas here. Because most people normally say travel. A lot of people say travel because a lot of times don't have time to travel, right? And it's just so many different things. So what I noticed though, is like over 60% of people don't have control over their life, which is amazing. Over 60% of the population does not have control over it, right? And when you say 60%, those are people that actually work for someone else. That's when you're trading your time for money. Now, there's really nothing wrong with that, right? But you shouldn't want that to be your only source. That shouldn't be your only source of income. Because my favorite analogy is what you have is just one source of income. It's like you having a table with just one leg. Someone come off and just take the leg off your table. What happens? You're right on the floor, right? But we don't want that. We want multiple legs under our table so we have multiple streams of income. And that's why you're here tonight. Before you leave tonight, I'm going to show you how to get 4 different streams of income. Now, this actual here is called the cash flow quadrant, right? And this came from Robert Kiyosaki. So when I was online looking on different ways on how to make money from home, this is what I came across. And if you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, don't worry, because tonight I want to just educate you. So make sure that you're taking notes and write those questions down. So he's also the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So this quadrant here just specifies where majority of the population is at. So then I went over here to the 35%, meaning they work for themselves. Those are self-employed. That's what I consider myself. Once I retired in the military, when I looked up ways to make money, a lot of things that came up was Uber Eats, right? I did DoorDash. I did, Postmates? I did all of those. And what I considered myself was self-employed, because now I got to choose my own hours. So I was like, oh, I'm good. I get to choose my own hours. I can get up when I want to. This is great. But what I failed to realize is that I was still trading my time for money, right? Because we want to get out of that. We don't want to keep trading our time for money. So when I didn't feel good and I didn't make those deliveries, what happened? I didn't make any money. So then I had to figure out, okay, I need to be on this other side of money, because he also said there's 2 sides of money. You got the left side, which is where you're trading your time for money, and the right side. So either way, we got right in it, that's where I want to be at. So on the right side of money, you have what 4% of the population falls into. And that's the business owners. Those are like your Jeff Bezos, the Tesla guy, Amazon, Steve Jobs, all of those. And what make them business owners, what they took advantage of, right? It's because they're no longer trading their time for money. Now they have systems in place, which means that you're saving yourself time, energy, and money, right? Because that's what you need to do. So when you want to trade now time for money to now having a system in place, now they leverage other people. So if they want to just travel off, next week or tonight, they could because they have systems in place. So I thought to myself, I was like, Keisha, you know what? Let's do a business. Then I thought to myself again, how I'm dressed is how I normally like to dress. I don't have to come up with a business plan. I don't have to look for different people. I don't have to depend on people working for me and just finding different workers and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't for me. So that's when I found out this one side of the quadrant that not just 1% of people take advantage of. And what I learned early in life is that when everyone's over here talking about something, it's normally something over here that nobody's talking about, which is where you need to be. And that is this 1%. Now, when I say investors, because the 1% of the population are investors, just 1% of the whole population, only 1% are investors. So type in the chat, when I say investors, what is that you think of? Or you can come off mute, either one. So when I say investors, what immediately do you think of? What's the first thought in your mind? Most people say real estate, right? So you have real estate. Some people say stocks. A lot of people say stocks because that's what's talked about in the news. That's what's talked about everywhere is stocks. But you know what no one is talking about? That is the Forex market. The Forex market. And that simply stands for the foreign exchange market. Now we're going to go over some of that tonight. Going to go over and let you know exactly what it all means, right? So when it comes to the foreign exchange market, you're simply just doing what you normally would do in person. You're doing it online. So if you were to go to, us as Americans would go to over to Mexico, we have to change our dollars for their pesos, right? The only thing is now you're doing it here. You're doing it online. So now it took out all the busy work and the leg work. You're doing that here and you get to leverage that. And you also get to leverage that because with stocks, you're buying shares of a company. When it comes to the Forex market, think of it, you're buying shares of a country's currency. So you don't have to have a lot. You get to leverage, or to say other people's money to trade in the Forex market. So when I came across the Forex market, one thing that pointed out to me and stood out to me was that it was a $6.7 trillion per day industry. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first started, because I hate math, I got through school, but I just hate math. I did not realize how many zeros were in a trillion. So a lot of people don't know that, which is good, right? But that's when I found out that there were 12 zeros in a trillion. And this industry on the Forex market alone is a $6.7 trillion industry. But then you do have the stock market, which I believe is $5 billion per day industry. So I don't know about you. Like I said, I'm not good at math, but 6.7 trillion, that's where I want to be at. Also, I learned that with trading Forex and the difference between stocks is that stocks, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, you get to trade as much as you want to. But then at that 5 p.m., you got to wait until the next day, which now that puts a limit on your money. So now you're back on the left side of the quadrant. No, we want to stay on the right side. Versus Forex, when it's 24/7 if you're trading cryptocurrency, which means if you got off work at 5:01, 5:02, or you had to be at work before 9 o'clock, you still can trade in the Forex market. And what many don't tell you is that even though we're trading in the Forex market, you can trade stocks over there as well. So to me, that was just so mind-blowing. That was just a no-brainer when it came to really want to dive deep into learning how to trade Forex. Another thing too, with stocks and Forex, is that with stocks, if you bought in at Tesla when it was say $105, right? And it jumped up to like $560. You made money, right? But what happens if you bought in 106 and it starts to drop? It started to drop below that. What happens then? You lose money. But imagine you over on the Forex market, right? And you got into that same stock and it shot up. Great, you made money. But now it started to shoot back down. You know what happens on the Forex market? We're still making money. Because with the Forex market, you can make money whether it's going up or going down. You get to leverage both ways. That's why many more people now are starting to wake up to the opportunity of learning to trade Forex. Now, one more thing, because I already told you it's 24 hours, right? Another thing as well is that the Forex is what we like to call recession proof. What does that mean? When the whole everything, broke out and everything, right? The stock market stopped. It stopped for a minute. But you know what was still going? The Forex market. That's why it says recession proof. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter Who is speaking? It does not matter. The Forex market still is going on. And no matter if somebody spoke and they said some crazy stuff and it started to shoot down, remember, you're still leveraging it because there's so much leverage when it comes to the Forex market. Another thing as well. So you don't just trade just crypto, you don't just trade foreign exchange stuff like your US dollar, your Japanese yen, stuff like that, right? You also get to leverage the crypto. So remember when Bitcoin first came out and everybody's like, man, I wish I would have got into it then. You can still get into it now because you're trading it on the Forex market. So you don't have to own $10,000 worth of Bitcoin or whatever it is that is at now. No, you can buy a share of it, right? Or sell a share of it, either way, and still leverage this market, whether it's Ripple, whether it's Litecoin, all of them, all the cryptocurrency. So now you have a chance to be in, not really on the ground floor, because Forex has been around forever. We've been trading Forex for a while. But now you get to leverage that. You get to leverage that and be in, now just be able to leverage. Because a lot of people say, man, only I would have got in Bitcoin at the beginning. Now you still can, no matter what the cryptocurrency is. It's like I said, it's cryptocurrencies. So how exactly do we do this? Do we have to call up a broker and be like, hey, I need to place this trade or anything like that? No. Do we use Robinhood, anything like that? No. What we have here is a free app. So write it down. This app is free. You're getting some good information tonight. It's a free app called MetaTrader 4. That is what we use to leverage the foreign exchange market. So once you download this, this is what we use. We're using this right here, which is what everyone has in their hand, which what majority are probably watching this from right now, is the phone. So it is a free app. It's on Apple and it's also on Android. And you just download it and now you're able to trade in a live market, right? And this is what we use to multiply income in any financial market on a daily basis. Because remember, it's 24/7. So you'll see those numbers on there constantly moving. And it takes less than 15 seconds of your time, 15 seconds. Because some people think that learning this takes people, we're sitting on the charts and we're just doing this all day long. No, it takes less than 15 seconds for you to enter a trade on this MetaTrader 4 app. Make sure somebody's typing in the chat for me for my new guest on the line so they can remember what that was. So this is pretty much how it works. So it works a lot different. I know when you put your money in the bank, right? Or if you go with your savings account, because a lot of you don't know this. So we have all our money in the bank. Everybody online has either a checking account or a savings account. You do know that they're using our money. That's why you can't get it out immediately at a certain funds, right? You do know they're using your money to trade in this market. So this is how it moves. I don't know if your savings account moves like this. This is how the market moves every day. This is someone's account. And you see how it's constantly just moving. The numbers are moving just like that. Moves really, really fast. This is in minutes, right? Actually in seconds. This is seconds. This is like real time moving in seconds. Because remember I told you, you can leverage this and the market moves just so fast. So versus you putting, this was actually 50 into the market, right? If you do 50 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, whatever it is, over seconds and over minutes, it's calculated in over $200. Now, I know a lot of people right now on the line will be like, man, that can't be true. That's not possible. It is. Because whoever invites you to call, they've already seen that it can happen. And we just want to educate you and show you how we can get this to happen for you so you can get your time and your money back, right? So what we basically do here is we predict the value of an asset. We want to know would it rise or would it fall? So when we put into that MetaTrader 4 app and be like, hey, we're going to hit that buy button. Like we're predicting from our analysis that it's going to go up, right? Or we can hit the sell button and we're predicting that it's go down. And we're going to leverage both ways. Like I said, it happens within seconds. So we like to call it money in minutes, right? Because it happens so fast. So what I love about this and the whole reason that you're going to learn, because you're not learning from me, you're not learning from whoever invited you to this call, you're learning from an actual credible academy called the I Am Master Academy. This is a $1 billion school, right? $1 billion school's been around for over, I think it's over 6 years now. And we have over 300,000 students in this school. Now, what I like about this and why I chose this particular school is because this, the CEO, Chris Pateri, he simplified everything. And I'm a very simplistic type person. Like I like everything to be boom, straight to the point. Tell me what I do. Here it is. And that's what this is. This whole academy makes everything simplified for you. And he's going to show you how to master the markets and how to build real wealth and freedom. That's what it's all about. So we have different academies. So the first one, remember I told you to give you 4 streams of income. First one is the foreign exchange market. Other is the cryptocurrency. And I'm going to show you the other 2 as well. So also what you get with the academy, what makes it stand out from just a regular college, is because you get live mentorship. So think of it as if you're sitting in school with the professor, and the professor's giving you this test, but then he's giving you the answers as well. So when you get this live mentorship, you're getting it from the actual educators all around the world. These are educators that have made a certain income, because I can't get income claims, right? But made a certain income, and now they're just training us on how to do it as well. So if you have a question, you just reach out and ask them. First, when I was trying to learn it from YouTube, I didn't have a credible source, because anybody can upload a video on YouTube, right? But this is actually credible. And also as well, when I was trying to learn from YouTube, I really couldn't reach out and ask that person a question if I was doing something wrong or not. This right here with the live mentorship, you can. That's why I love it so much. Also, like I said, we have over 100 educators around the world. So whether you speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, German, whatever it is, we have educators that also speak that as well. I think now we have Arabic. I think we have that now as well. So all over the world, we have different educators that actually speak your native tongue. So you don't have to worry about just speaking it in English. No, you can learn this in whatever your native tongue it is. So I have most people on the line and be like, I just don't have time for this. I don't have time to sit down and do this. I don't have the time, Keisha. And I respect and understand that. But what you do have the time for is to download an app, because you can learn on the go. We get these certain trade ideas, we call them trade ideas, or money ideas for my new people on the line, sent straight to your phone. So when you get a text message, right? Imagine that message being another message saying, hey, Keisha, it's time for you to make some money. Just copy these numbers into that MetaTrader 4 app and you're good. And then you go about your business. Now, I don't know about you, but for me to copy something takes me less than 10 seconds. So if you got 10 seconds a day, you are able to profit in this market. And like I said, you will never miss an opportunity to make a profit as long as you have one of these. One of these, and you have that app, MetaTrader 4, download it. So one of the apps I'm going to show you tonight is a swipe trades. Like I said, all this stuff comes straight to your phone. So it's really no excuse when it comes to learning how to make your money or grow your money, because you basically grow your money. So I'm going to show you, because I'm a very visual person. So it says choose your weapon, not your literal physical weapon, but these are strategies. So you call the weapons your strategies, because you have so many different strategies where, say for instance, one doesn't work, right? And you're like, I don't really vibe with that, but I don't really vibe with that educator. No worries, because they have so many different others. So I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to start off showing you the actual academy. Move this out the way so I can see. This academy is what you get access to this evening, right? Like as soon as you get back with the person inviting to this call, you can get access to this evening. So this right here, and what makes this academy different too than a regular school is because when I went into college, I went to St. Leo's, a military school. When I went there, I went in debt free. But when I came out, I owed quite a few salaries, right? So I bought that debt with me to this school. And a lot of people come into this school with debt and they leave without it, because it's so powerful. If you can copy and paste, we can show you how to profit in the Forex market. And it doesn't take too much of your time either. This is what it looks like. Like I like simplicity. Everything is right here. You got your Hall of Fame. What we're going to look at over here is the academies, because we have 4 different academies. Your first one, of course, is the Forex, right? That's a lot of people know about. Then also as well, we have HFX. That's your binary. That's if you like Forex takes too long. I don't know if I want to make money in minutes. You might go to binary, you're like, hey, I want to make money in seconds. It's like I told you, there's so many ways for you to leverage that I can't guarantee, but I'm telling you, like you will prosper in this as long as you know how to copy and paste. Then also you have the cryptocurrency, because some people just rather want to focus on cryptocurrency. We have an actual academy for that. Then also too, if you want to make a whole business out of this, like you was like, hey, I'm loving this school, I want to make a business out of it. Boom, we have an academy for that as well. But tonight we're just gonna go over the Forex part, because a lot of people, do Forex, and you see it's in different languages. But we're gonna do English because I speak English. So right here, so I can make that a little bigger for you. There we go. So the first thing it starts off with, you see there's a handbook, because you gotta know where you're starting out. You gotta know how to navigate through here. So it's an actual handbook to show you that. And this whole academy, let me show you the first video. Just want to show you something, because like I told you, I started off learning from YouTube. So give it a few seconds to start playing. Now, what I want you to see is the quality of it. What I want you to notice too is no YouTube handle. So these are not videos that were created and it was on YouTube and they were putting it here. No, these are real. Like I told you, this is a $1 billion school. This is a credible source that you're learning from. So a lot of quality went into these videos. And what I love too, pay attention, it says 4 minutes and 41 seconds. This whole academy will take you 3 hours to go through. Now, I don't know about you, but I got some favorite series on Netflix and Hulu. Like I like Dexter. I like a whole bunch of different stuff, right? And when I sit down and watch those, that's like 8 different episodes. And that's way more than 3 hours. And I know that a lot of us spend way more time than that as well. Just scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, just scrolling, just looking at stuff, right? But imagine if you took that same 3 hours and you were able to learn this powerful skill set. And this is why I say it's powerful, because no one can ever take this away from you. Once you learn this skill set, it's yours to keep forever. I teach my nephews this. We got people online that teach their kids this. Like, this is something that you keep passing on. So when I'm long gone, I know for a fact that I taught my 2 nephews on how to grow their own money instead of having to work for money, right? So that's why I said this is so powerful. So what I want to show you as well, turn back to the library. And as you see here, I'm just flowing through. I'm just clicking the buttons. That's how simple this is. You click a button. You're like, hey, I want to learn Forex. You click the button on Forex. No matter what it is you want to learn, no matter what language, you just click the button for it. So what I want to show you next, because now your first step when you come with us tonight is you're going to go through the academy. It's only going to take you 3 hours, right? Then next, what you're going to do, because now you have the terminology. The academy teaches you all the terminology. So if I was saying stop loss, take profit, and all this kind of stuff, you're like, what is that? The academy teaches you everything. Like most of the questions that you would have, the academy is going to answer all those questions. So next, step 2, after you go through that, what you're going to do now is start getting that live mentorship. And this right here is like, I don't know, like YouTube on steroids, right? And like I said, it's so simplistic. Look, this first video comes up. You're like, man, I don't know what to do. It walks you through it. It's the very first video that popped up. Let's move that out the way though, because we know what we're doing tonight. So this is like your YouTube on steroids. When you're watching YouTube, you're like, you go to the people with the most views, right? Look at this here. She has over 79,000 views, and that's today alone. And I want you to pay attention as well. They have different backgrounds, different colors. They got different things going on. It's not just one certain group you're teaching. It's well-rounded, and that's what I love about it. So these are not even all the ones. By the time I told you, we have over 100 different ones. So I'm just going to show you this. So it says pick a channel. So simple. And like, hey, do I want to learn Forex? Do I want to know binary? Do I want to do cryptocurrency? Or do I want to do e-commerce? That'll be coming next month. So you have everything in one academy. Also as well, if you was like, hey, I'm new, what do I do? Click here. Everything is so simple. So what I want to show you first is the Forex Academy, because a lot of people on the line are interested in Forex. So when you look at this, it's going to look like your TV guide, telling you different times, right? Look at that, different times, different days of the week, and different educators. Remember, these are not all the educators. So say, for instance, you got off, you was going to work at 8, got 8 o'clock, you got 2 p.m. You got some people that be on at midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning. Because remember, these educators are from all around the world. And this is actually how you will learn. So step 1, you went through the academy. Step 2, I always click on Matt. He's my favorite educator. So say, for instance, you had a question. Because remember, you can't get this stuff on YouTube. When you come on here, if you had a question, say, for instance, he was live, all you would do is type your question in here. So if I wanted to say, hey, I have a question or whatever it is, once he does his session live tomorrow, he will answer that question live on the session. If you was like, hey, I didn't understand this, boom, he will answer that question live on the session. So you're really talking to them through the chat live. That's what I love about it. That's why it's live mentorship. And I know a lot of people on the line still work. No worries, because everything is recorded, right? Everything is recorded. See down here, recorded sessions. Everything is recorded. So if you missed it or you want to study again, it's all recorded just for you. So this is step 2. Step 2, now you're learning. Step 3, we want to get to the money, because the whole goal of everyone that invites you to this call is to get you in profit within your first 72 hours. Now, how do we do that without you even knowing a thing about learning how to trade? We have special AI systems. And this AI system is so powerful. That's my favorite word, powerful, if you haven't noticed it. So this AI system is so very powerful. It's because what it does is it scans all the Forex pairs in the market. We have another that scans all the cryptocurrency pairs in the market. And it tells you exactly when to go into that MetaTrader 4 from your phone and copy in the numbers and make your money. It's just that simple. It's so simple that most people miss it. Now, it might look like foreign language, right? So we're just gonna move it out of the way, because you don't even need to know anything about that. What you need to know how to do is copy, right? That's what I've done pretty much majority of my life. So don't tell my professors, but this is what I've done majority of my life. I understand how to copy and leverage other people, right? So this here, If you had that MetaTrader 4 app open, right? Right, and this actually is a good trade. And if you knew that right here it says entry, you would just plug that number to your MetaTrader 4. That's just saying, hey, I want you to get in at this price. You came down. Remember, if you can't see this, the person that invited you, they're going to get on a Zoom call with you just like this one and walk you through it one by one. So right here it says TP. TP1, TP2, TP3. That simply means take profit. Take profit 1 means, okay, get your money. You're done. Just get your money. Take profit 2 is like, oh, you want some more money? Okay, cool. And then it's like, okay, get some more. Take profit 3 is like, oh, you're really feeling good today. Take more money. So you got different levels where you can get your money from. And all this goes automatically. Once you plug these numbers into that MetaTrader 4, you go about your day. You don't have to sit and stare at the charts all day. You just plug them in and go about your day. Now, one very important thing I didn't learn when I was on YouTube is risk management. So this thing here called stop simply means stop loss. So if you was in a trade for $10 at the trade, right? You was like, you know what? I don't want to lose any more than $1. That's all I want to lose, right? That's all I'm willing to risk. It's going to stop you out at that. So you won't lose your whole $10. You'll just be risking that $1. So we definitely practice risk management here, because this AI system is over 87% accurate. But what we also do is for that other 13, so I don't do math, but other 13, 12 or 13, whatever it is, right? You get to leverage, you get to minimize your risk. So you won't be just like I did when I first started, blowing accounts. No, we teach you how to minimize your risk in this. That's what I love about this. And then there's so many other ways too, because we have so many different strategies. So if I wanted to click on, let's say this one over here. Because remember, you might not like this one, but it's an AI system that scans everything for you. You might not like it, but we do have other ones as well. We have other strategies. Let's go back here. So you got the scanner. Like I said, you have let's see if it'll click on it from here. You might not click on it from here, but if not, don't worry. We just go back, right? Because everything's so simple. And everything is in one place. So this academy has everything in one place, your one-stop shop for everything. So if you was like, hey, I don't like the scanner, no worries. Because remember, I told you we have so many different strategies, right? We got the swipe coin, the swipe trade. These are apps that you can download in your, Play Store and the Apple Store. You can get straight to your phone. Boom, right here, everything's straight to your phone. So whether you're doing Forex, and you got all these different strategies here, whether you're doing binary, you got these strategies here, crypto, it has its own scanner for it, or whether you're going to make a business out of it. Everything is so simple and laid out here that you will win as long as you're not a copy. If you're not a copy, and if you could spend at least 10 seconds putting in a trade, then you will win. Because like I said, our whole goal here is to show you how to get your first profit within your first 72 hours. 72 hours. So hopefully you're learning some good stuff right now. So one of the questions I normally get is, how do I get started? Which is a very good question. I mean, it's a very logical question, because you're like, hey, you showed me, Keisha, that I can use the AI system. I can get that tonight. You showed me that I can also go to the academy and learn everything that I need. You also showed me that I get live mentorship. You also, what I didn't tell you yet, is that we have a whole community called G12, where imagine that you're having issues, putting in a trade or doing something with a trade, and you're just looking at it yourself. Because remember, you're not alone. You have a whole team of us. And imagine if you get into a trade and they're like, ooh, I don't know if it looked good. And you're posting in the group, hey, how does this trade look? So you have some people saying, hey, it looks good. And if you have a majority of people saying it looks bad, you know how to take the trade. So instead of just our 2 eyes looking at it, now you have over 300 sets of eyes looking at that trade to make it even more of a prosperous trade for you, which is so phenomenal. So how exactly do you get started? So what we have here is 2 different packages, right? You have the basic package, which is the platinum package, which is only $234.95. Right? So what that package includes is everything that I mentioned to you tonight, every single thing I mentioned to you. So, but then we also have the elite package. I know it's a lot of people that are that 1% that I spoke about at the beginning, which they're elites. So the elite package is only $324.95. $324.95. Now with that, what you're getting is a ton of stuff. You're getting all the apps, right? You're getting extra mentorship. And we have so many different mentorships, like it's amazing. Like I told you, you will win with this. So you're getting all that. You're getting the apps and you're getting everything that would normally add up to an extra $3,000. You're getting it to only $324 for the elite package. But what we do have is what I love is this free scholarship program, right? So if you were to know, which is totally optional, you might type in the chat optional. So if you were to know 2 people, just 2 people, and you're like, hey, I want them to win with me. I want them to learn how to trade. And boom, what that does now is that waives your monthly tuition costs. It waives it, which is so phenomenal. But it's totally, thank you, Sure. It's totally optional. Because I have some people that are on my team, and what they do is just trade. They don't even worry about it. They don't mind, just pushing their investments until the monthly tuition. They're ready to just trade, which is cool. But you have some people who want to trade and also want to leverage the other part of the business. And then what I want you to think of this is as well, cool, because you can't make a business out of this. But a lot of people, when I get to this part, are like, oh man, one of those network marketing things. But what you don't realize is that, remember at the beginning when I said that I started to work for Uber Eats, I started to work for DoorDash and all that kind of good stuff, right? Do you realize those are network marketing companies, right? Because you know why you say that? It's because when I get into our Uber car, right? One of the first questions some people ask is, how much do you really get from this? And then somebody's like, hey, I just made 2 G's tonight. What happens then? You're going to tell somebody about that, and then you're going to start driving for them. But the difference with this and with doing that is, remember, with Uber, you're only getting that one check for that one bonus. But I'm going to show you here tonight on how that fourth stream, which is that residual income, right? So imagine if you told 3 people, now you're getting $150 extra every month. That's going to come regardless. And it don't matter if it's 3 different people. No, it's if you got somebody in, you say this week somebody got a new customer in, and next week you got another one in, then the week after that you got another one. Long as they're staying active, you're automatically getting $150 every single month. Now I have somebody online that's like, $150, I don't know. But would you pass it up on the street? So if you saw a $100 bill on the street, you would just pass it up? Or if it's $150 missing out your paycheck, would you pass it up? No. But then it goes up. You get $700 per month. This is per month. Now we're talking about residuals. So now you have your trading income, but now you can also do, remember, it's totally optional on this side. You can also do the marketing aspect of it. And what I like to do is now I think of the company as paying me to trade, because I take these funds and now push onto my trading, and now I'm just a risk-free trade. Because remember, we show you how to risk management. That's what it's all about. So it's different levels to it, of course. We're not going to go through all of them, but it's totally different levels to it. And it goes all the way up to $750,000 per month. Yeah, I know. When you think about it, it's like we don't really think about this stuff, right? And that's just from you just sharing it with a friend, which is totally optional. You don't do that part. For you sharing it with a friend, just amazing. That's why I love it. So do I have any questions before I close it out? Any questions? So type it in the chat if you have any. Going once, going twice. All right. So what I want to show you is, remember, it's not just me. It's not just person invited to this call. It's a whole community of us. So we do different boot camps. A lot of times we're trading every single day. We're meeting together virtually, or we meet together in person, but social distance, of course. And we're always just helping each other. So when you lock arms with us this evening, you're not just doing it alone. Okay. We're not just going to get you in, then you just boom, you're gone. No, we actually do this together. So this here is an example of part of our thing.
Peace and love, everyone. My name is Isis Love. Welcome to the future of money. Come on in.
About Forex, the largest financial market. And now we're bringing Wall Street to your street too.
And check out our version of Netflix and chill. Let me ask you a question. The last time you watched TV, did you make money? If not, well, check out one of our 180 educators and you can make money live in real time.
We know you have more questions, and that's completely okay. Everything you need to know is right here in our academy. Come take a closer look. You can learn everything about Forex in these quick videos that only range between 2 to 10 minutes.
No time to hop on live? Don't worry, because you know what? You can get trade ideas sent straight to your phone. So if you were like me and used to copy in school, this right here is your money maker. Trade ideas sent straight to your phone at all times of day. So no excuses. Get the go live, get the copy and paste trades. That's all you need. So it's time for you to jump on.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys are interested, get back with the person that invited you. The door is always going to be open to invite you into our community as long as your mind is open.
Now, I don't know if you noticed or not on that video. Make sure you're sharing. I don't know if you noticed or not, but that was me on there, right? So, of course, I had to show it to you. So we have a whole community. That's not even all our community. Like I say, it's more than just one person showing you how to do everything. It's a whole entire community. So make sure when you lock arms with us tonight, you're going to get access to the academy, going to get access to the Go Live, which is that YouTube on steroids I was talking about, to the AI system, to all the strategies, to the apps that you can do straight from your phone. You get access to all that tonight. And plus at 8 o'clock, we have an actual Forex basic class that we do for the whole team. So if you're interested in this opportunity, because I know you are, make sure you get back with the person that invites you to this call, right? And there's normally 3 types of people on this call, just 3. There's 3 types. I have the first person that when they got onto this call, they was like, I was ready to get started. Just show me how do I get started. If that is you, for one, I want to welcome you to the community. Then also get back with the person that invites you to this call. They're going to get you access to everything, and make sure you ask them about the free scholarship program. Then I have the second type of person on the line, right? Second type of person is the researcher. That was me, so I respect it. That was me. I was like, let me do a little more research first. But what I can be honestly tell you is that everything that you would have questions on, remember, we've been there. We've been through this. I've been doing this almost 4 years now, so I kind of understand your questions. All you would do is what I don't want you to do is go ask somebody who doesn't even trade Forex, because they're not going to have all the questions for you. And majority of your questions and that research you're going to be doing can be found in the academy. So make sure that you get up with the person invited to this call, and they're going to be able to answer all your questions with you one-on-one. And I have the third person, which is my favorite, one of my favorites, right? The third person is no matter what I said, they just came on here just to see what was going on, right? Not interested in anything. They just want to see what was up. That is cool. But what I want you to do as well, thank you for your time, what I want you to do as well is get back with the person invited to this call and let them know about somebody else who might be interested in learning how to grow their money. Who knows, you know? It's not you, but it might be somebody else. So I want to thank everyone once again for being here. If you have any questions, make sure you get those questions answered, because the person that invites you here will be able to answer your question. They're going to get on the line with you one-on-one, answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, let them know. Thank you all for your time. I see some of you at 8 o'clock on the next Forex basic class. And everyone else, I wish you a blessed, prosperous, and wealthy evening. Because we got to be a dream, but you got to be able to touch it. You got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to smell it, because it's coming to you, whatever it is. So whatever it is that you're dreaming for and hoping for and wishing for, go out there and find it. Find a picture of it. Not very many, unless you own Toshiba, LG, and those type of things, right? If not, your TV and that Netflix and Hulu or that cable is not making you money. It's better off. It is.
Yeah. You saw when it was in the middle line, you don't want to trade, right? You don't want to put in there because you don't know which one is going to go up or down. So you can go to another one.
How old are you, Travis?
14.
14?
Yep.
If anytime it's in the middle, I want to put buy or sell, because you'll never know what's mixing. So a new thing that I call it, so in the middle, I call it a mystery bond. So in the middle, you don't know what the market's going. Yeah. Okay. So then basically, oh yeah. So they have like every time frame, like 15 minutes. I go between a minute.
I got you. I'm showing my screen. So I can be showing both of you all. So you see my screen?